right, y'all, it's Moco KPI time. Let's get into it. They just posted this, so let's get through it. So, all right, welcome to our second Moco KPI and Q&A, and this is going to be important. Let's not beat around the bush. This month's KPI doesn't pack as much of a punch as the first one. We had to extend our first milestone deadline by a few weeks, so we're not ready to share more about the next features that we're working on. But hey, no sweat, it's all part of the game development journey, right? And although it took a bit longer than expected, we're very happy with how it went. We made some major improvements to the game and addressed most of the feedback from beta around the grindiness, repetitiveness, and lack of reason for what you were doing, and the lack of narrative and interaction with the main characters. Now that we've got that sorted, we're gearing up for our next move, diving into the world of skins and customization. The good news is that skin production is officially underway, and we want to involve you also, so stay tuned for more info. That's cool. So what the skin system is going to look like. Here's a little taste of what's in store. Multiple collections ranging from basic to premium and tied to special events. Each collection will rock a unique theme, whether it's Dragon, Streetwear, Cyberpunk, Mecha, etc. Get ready for collector bonuses when you complete a full collection, and different ways to complete different collections, grinding, PvP, game modes, dungeons, paid cosmetics, and etc. And more to come. That's sick! Oh my gosh. In case you missed it, we've been dropping sneak peeks of new bosses, monsters, and NPCs. Noble portable companions on our socials. Check them out here. Go follow Mocostartup on all socials. Or better yet, hop on our Discord. And mounts. Behold some of the new mounts you'll be able to ride into the parallel worlds. Note all visuals and names are considered work in progress. This is sick. Shadow? Ooh, okay. I see what they're going for here. A Drake? Oh, that's like Big Papa, the boss. It's like a mount for Big Papa. I bet that's how you get it. You probably beat Big... This is what it looks like, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Lizard, that's a cool mount. Modules, passive gadgets. We've got a little tweak to share. We've rebranded passive gadgets as modules. They're looking slicker than ever with a unified design. Okay. So like insert you chip into like your phone or whatever. That's cool. As I mentioned earlier in last month's KPI, getting the first time user experience just right, it took a tad longer than expected, but fear not, it's all sorted now. We've been putting the game through its paces with playtests galore. We finally settled the capitalization debate. Monsters' names and materials now adequately capitalized. Alpha Charger, Alpha Horn will be Alpha Horn. Cool. Also added dynamic lights to the game. Very cool. A very nerdy stat. The team did 3,885 Git commits between January 1st and April 3rd. I think that's like a developer software. I don't know. People who are more knowledgeable than me, let me know down in the comment section below. You had a lot of questions and we've got answers. Let's dive in. Beta/global release. When can we play the game? When is the next beta? When global? Okay, so currently we don't have a set date for the game when will be available for everyone, whether it's beta or global launch. Our primary focus right now is enhancing the game and working diligently towards our milestones. But don't worry, we're fully committed to bringing the game to you as soon as we can. Awesome. Why can't you release a beta and work on the game at the same time? Good question. There are several reasons why we don't do that. Firstly, making a solid first impression is crucial. If we release a game prematurely, it might not meet players' expectations and could lead to a loss of interest, and that's bad. I think they learned that from Clash Mini, just based off of what we heard from the dev team. We want to make sure that when the game is out, it's not only compelling, but capable of keeping players engaged for years to come. Another important thing, we're still in the development phase where even minor changes can have a significant impact on the game's performance, making all saves obsolete, and that's not a great experience even for a beta game. And lastly, running a live game requires substantial resources, both in terms of manpower and finances. At this stage, we want our team to focus solely on making the best possible game without the added burden of managing a live environment. The team and development process. How popular does Moco need to be in order for the team to consider a global release? What metrics? Will the team be satisfied with making the best mobile MMORPG that Supercell can produce? Or will a global launch hinge upon the game's ability to reach an audience beyond the MMORPG genre's current capacity? That is a fantastic question. Our approach to the game development is guided by Supercell's motto: make a great game that as many people as possible will play for years and remember forever. With Moco, our goal is clear. We aim to create an MMO experience that appeals to a broad audience, including both fans of that genre and new to it. To achieve this, we're building the game on 3 core pillars: accessibility, variety, and social. Accessibility ensures that the game is easy to pick up and play with straightforward design and short play sessions. Variety means that we want to offer numerous playstyles and customization options to cater to different preferences and support different playstyles from relaxed to more challenging. And then social emphasizes cooperation and interaction among players, making it enjoyable and easy to drop in and out with friends or other players. And while we want to make the game as accessible as possible, we also aim to serve the most hardcore audience, the ones who are used to grinding dungeons and looking for more difficult challenges and a more classic MMO experience. Awesome. What is your priority in development right now? World building, endgame, beginner-friendly content, or monster mechanics to keep the game evergreen? Our development process is structured around achieving milestones. We've completed the first milestone, which focused on the early game and quest system. Now we're diving into the second milestone, which revolves around the skin system. You can check out the list of milestones here, and that's the first Reddit post. How many people are on the team? We are currently 34 people on the team, covering various aspects from coding to marketing to production. This is already big for a Supercell new game team at this stage, and we're still growing the team and plan to add several new people this year, but we know the game we're building is big. When did the idea for Moco first occur to you, and when did you begin working on it? The idea for Moco originated within the original Brawl Stars team a few years ago. It was sparked by a desire to create a fun and approachable PvE action/MMO game. That's cool. What feature is the team most excited to show? Everything that you haven't seen yet, but if we had to pick one, it would be the endgame content. Let's go. With a fantastic team, how will you plan enough PvE content for release? With a fantastic team and top-notch organization, duh. Okay, more seriously, the plan is to update the game every few months, and we're already planning to have everything we need in the pipeline to deliver content regularly if and when we go global. This sounds a bit trivial, but that's the simple truth and a big part of the work we're doing right now. Do you plan on mainly focusing on giving high-level players more things to do in content updates, or creating new ways to play through the game in earlier parts of the game? Both. We're planning to add more endgame content as well as ways to catch up for the existing players who aren't quite there yet. What are their aim/plans to hold player attention and make players return on a daily basis? By offering a great game experience, and of course regularly adding fresh and engaging content, events, and systems that will provide new challenges, but also give different ways of experiencing existing content. Variety is key. Do you think the game you are currently working with and on the beta we had played is the game that's going to have the same feel, or will it have a whole new experience? It'll retain the same feel as the beta, but with a lot of enhancements and new features. With PvP, endgame content, customization, and social elements, it's going to offer something totally fresh. It sounds so exciting. Oh my god. Game features. Are there plans to have an open world aspect, or will it only be the apartment and mission map? No surprise, the structure of the world remains similar to what you explored in the beta. There will be a few open world areas and dungeon zones, but we have no plans for one vast open world map for now. New weapons? Yes, of course. We're planning to add more weapons than the ones featured in the beta, more sneak peeks to come. Will you ever make it possible to aim like in Brawl Stars? It's been a topic of discussion inside the team since the very beginning of development, but simplicity and accessibility are essential for us. We also think that no aiming keeps things chill and fun. With that being said, we know some players would love to have the option, so stay tuned. That's interesting. Can we know more about PvP? We don't have much to share at the moment than what we did previously, the player versus map versus environment. We did run some playtests with most of the team, playing different PvP modes, and it was super fun, but did raise a few questions. How much PvP versus PvE should there be in game modes? What team sizes are optimal for readability of gameplay? And should we allow stuns, knockbacks, etc. against players? Expanding the apartment. No expansion works are planned. The space in the building is quite limited, sorry. But allowing the players to customize it would be pretty awesome. No promises though. Will there be ultra rare equipment to drop for in raids during endgame? Expect to stumble upon exclusive cosmetics rather than gears, but the idea here is cool and shiny rewards for the most dedicated players. Cool. Will you also add customization for the mounts like hats, masks, scarves, etc.? This is not something we're working on right now, but maybe in the future. Is there going to be mastery for weapons/gears/skills? Not currently planned, but thanks for the suggestion. So, sounds like it could be something. Will there be rarities of specific weapons, active gadgets, etc.? By rarity, I mean like common, uncommon, rare, legendary of Technofist or Boombox. I imagine rarities as unlocking for endgame content will be grindable as used in PvP. That was my question. Let's go. We had some back and forth about that, but no, all gears will have the same rarity. Cosmetics, on the other hand, will there be different game modes? Absolutely. How will it coexist with the base PvE game? Like, some people will gravitate towards PvE and some towards PvP. PvP and PvE will be separate experiences, and the PvP content will not be mandatory to progress. Sweet, that is awesome. What will the end game goal be? Will there be the best equipment possible? Will there be seasonal bosses to hunt for unique equipment? We can't say that much at the moment as we're still developing the end game and don't want to spoil anything, but we're planning to have special skins, events, dungeons, PvP, and leaderboards. Holy crap. Will the game in the future be given a competitive rating, or will it be a casual game? There will be some competitive aspects. Yes, let's go. Monetization. Your thoughts on a battle pass? Definitely something we're considering. It can be great for the game and the player. What are the team's plans for monetizing the game? Our current monetization plans at the moment include Moco Plus, which is cosmetics, skins, and more, Chaos Cubes, which are the in-game currency, and a smattering of other goodies like gear packs, blueprints, catch-up XP, etc. Sounds cool. Social features. Are there any more social features planned for the game, like clans, clubs, where you can do special raids in a massive group and earn special reward? Yes, the plan is to use Supercell ID to create groups, which can be used in a similar way to clans, clubs, to play with friends, etc. Sweet. Will Moco be facilitating user-generated content like map editor and Brawl Stars? It's not on the to-do list just yet, but we're definitely interested down the road. Dungeon editor, creating your own dungeons, that would be cool. Will there be a city/place where players can exchange items or gear, or even skins and pets? I would find it really interesting. Find this interesting for an MMORPG, or even a stall where players can also buy items that you put up for sale. That's not something we're currently working on, but we're not close to the idea either. So it could be potential opportunity there as well. Will we be able to decorate our rooms? Will we be able to visit friend rooms? Will there be more social features in the future? Maybe, and absolutely. Some other things. Could Moco ever get something similar to some kind of story mode or deep lore? Not a full-fledged story mode, but we're actively working on the lore and will expose little bits of it through quests and content. That's awesome. Will you release a PC version or at least have controller support? We absolutely want to do both, but it's far from easy. The question is more, when would we be able to deliver it? Oh my goodness, Moco on PC and potential controller support. Maybe they won't put it to consoles, but they'd have like controller support. Oh my goodness, that would be insane. That would be huge for the player base of Moco. Wow. What's the funniest thing you've created in game? Okay, more of a lighthearted. Not something intentional, but there was a bug recently that caused each nearby player to increase the total amount of loot gained exponentially, leading to some boss loot fountains that just kept on going forever. That's pretty funny. That's all, folks. Thank you very much for the questions and for reading everything. That was quite a long one. If you have any questions or want to discuss the answers you've just seen, join the Discord. Max, is a community manager. You guys might know him from Clash Royale. We'll see you over there. XOXO, the Moco team. So this is awesome. There's a ton of information that we have here. It was definitely a lot to read, so I'm happy I could read this for you guys. But if you guys are just as excited for Moco as I am, especially after reading this, like, this is awesome. We don't know when the game will be playable again, but we do know the team's hard at work, and everything that they're working on honestly sounds very, very promising, and sounds like they did listen to the feedback of the community and also are taking questions into consideration as well. So that's going to do it for this one. If you're excited for Moco, make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe, because we're going to have some hopefully exciting Moco content soon, but we have no idea when, so stay tuned for that.